Coming up on Mountain News this morning, the race for governor heated up yesterday after Governor Beshear called out the challenger Daniel Cameron in an ad. And as the fall semester is settling in, the University of Kentucky has promised to increase safety patrols across campus.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Calfee. We are coming up on 5 a.m. on September 21st. Now let's check in with Chief Forecaster Brandon Robinson for a look at your forecast this morning. And Brandon, once again, we're starting out the morning with some fog.
And some cooler temperatures too. I want to go ahead and apologize in advance for my voice. I feel fine. I think I'm getting a touch of laryngitis, so bear with me. I'll try to get you through the forecast today. But Olivia's right. We are seeing some patchy fog out there as we head out the door this morning. Let's take a look at our cameras across the region. From WYMT to Buffalo Mountain, you see some patchy fog, maybe over at Pikeville too, but everybody else not too bad. A little cooler out there this morning. No 40s yet, but we've got 50 in Clintwood and 50, that's it actually, 50 in Clintwood. Everybody else is in the low to mid to even upper 50s, even low 60s out there. Jackson, Moorhead, and Monticello this morning. So again, not terrible, not bad, but again, we're going to see outdoor forecast take us up to about 81 this afternoon. Mix of sun and clouds today. Another mild day on tap. We actually brought our temperature down a degree because we didn't get as warm as we thought we would get yesterday. So we're trying to compensate for that. Have the rest of that forecast on the way here in just a few minutes. Olivia?
Brandon, thank you. Kentucky's debate over abortion access intensified yesterday as Governor Andy Beshear's campaign released a new TV ad pounding away at his rival's longstanding support for the state's abortion ban and opposition to exceptions for rape and incest until this week.
Anyone who believes there should be no exceptions for rape and incest could never understand what it's like to stand in my shoes. This is to you, Daniel Cameron.
The pointed ad features a young woman from Owensboro who reveals her childhood trauma while slamming the GOP nominee. Right now, the state's ban does not include exceptions for rape and incest. This week, Attorney General Daniel Cameron appeared to reverse his stance in a radio interview, saying he would support a new law with abortion exceptions. The Beshear campaign released the ad just days after the comments. Cameron responded to the ad yesterday as well.
It's unfortunate, but Andy Beshear is running the most despicable campaign in Kentucky history. Now, he lectures us on partisanship and unity, then runs disgusting false attacks. I've said if the legislature were to bring me a bill with exceptions, I would sign it.
The candidates both went before the Kentucky Chamber of Commerce yesterday evening. They appeared separately and answered questions in front of the state's largest business group in Louisville. Social media posts from the Kentucky Chamber last night indicate both discussions generally centered economic and public safety issues. Lieutenant Governor Jacqueline Coleman visited the mountains yesterday, bringing a couple of checks and visiting schools. After leaving more than $400,000 in investments in Magoffin County, Coleman made the trek to the Martin community to tour the Floyd County Area Technology Center and the School of Innovation. She says the investments in bettering the region start with the roads and infrastructure, but always lead back to the classrooms.
To be able to see what these students are doing in the Innovation Center and at the Area Technology Center, they're planning the rest of their lives. They're preparing for the rest of their lives, and it's our job to make sure they have every opportunity they can to be able to do what they want to do with their lives.
School officials say it was nice to have Coleman tour their facilities, and they hope the needs were as evident as the work being done there. Former Kentucky Governor Brayton Jones will lie in state next Monday. Jones died earlier this week at the age of 84. He was governor from 1991 to 1995 and lieutenant governor before that. His visitation will be from 10 to 7 in the Capitol Rotunda. Governor Beshear has directed that flags at all state office buildings be lowered to half staff. Folks using US 23 in Pike County will begin to see a resurfacing project moving to a new phase soon. Officials at the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet say the repaving project will move starting next week to the section of highway between the Kentucky 1460 overpass near Bob Amos Park and end in Island Creek. That is a mile-long stretch of road. The changes in traffic patterns will begin next Monday. KYTC says drivers should expect delays. As the fall semester is now in full swing at the University of Kentucky, officials with the school's police department say they are increasing patrols. They are adding more of a police presence to keep students safe with their biggest enrollment ever. Students from all across the nation and even some overseas are walking through the university's campus. One freshman student says it is reassuring to know there will be more security, especially in the dorms.
To be safe and responsible. Here in the past couple years, you've seen parties that have gone, had something bad happen at them. So what we're trying to do is make sure that everything is safe in those neighborhoods. People are being responsible and treating those neighborhoods with respect.
There will be more patrols on and off campus Wednesday through Saturdays. Kentucky Power was awarded a $100,000 grant to ECAMI in Johnson County. The institute is a high-tech manufacturing school. The grant will allow officials to buy state-of-the-art computer software and 40 new computers to conduct training for ECAMI students. Thanks for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. When we return, yesterday Merrick Garland was grilled on Capitol Hill. Stay with us for his response to accusations of political interference.
Our dry stretch of weather continues today. When could we see our next rain chances? The answer in about 3 minutes.